Welcome back to Julie's Wreath Boutique. I am so excited to share this video with you today. We are going to take a Dollar Tree styrofoam pumpkin, you know, those bright orange ones, and we're going to transform it and make it look like you bought it at Kirkland's or the Pottery Barn. And then I'm going to show you how to take leftover fall decor foliage that I've had for years, literally, some beads from Hobby Lobby, some leaves from the Dollar Tree, and make a beautiful garland. So let's get ready and let's get decorating for fall. Okay, so let's do some Dollar Tree pumpkin fun. I was on Instagram the other day and a friend of mine had showed these really cute pumpkins where they had taken doilies and they even had like ruffles and all that stuff. And I thought, oh, that would be so cute to do, but I don't know where to get doilies right now. You can order them from Amazon, but it'll take a while for them to get to me. And I thought, what could I do to make a similar look, but using Dollar Tree stuff? Well, I thought these pumpkins, remember me, if you watch me on Instagram, I was at Dollar Tree and I said, I gotta grab a few of these. But even a while before that, I had grabbed, let me get it here, some of these Dollar Tree doilies, okay? They're not as pretty as like the what is it, knitted doilies. They're so pretty. But for Dollar Tree, this will work, okay? So we're gonna get this. We have 2 of these in this package, $1. So to get started on this, I'm going to paint this pumpkin. I'm gonna take out the stem of the pumpkin here. We don't need him at all. Because we're going to use something else I got from Dollar Tree earlier in this year, probably a month or 2 ago, and I thought this is the perfect time to do it. Now, I don't have any like off-white paint because I'm kind of going for a Victorian vibe here or shabby chic, so I'm just going to make my own. I'm going to add a little bit of brown to this white. If you have the right paint, then go ahead and use that, but I'm just going to kind of make my own here. And if you like the color orange, just leave it orange. You know, you don't have to. I'm going to add just a little bit more brown here. You know, you don't have, if orange is your thing, if pink, I've been seeing a lot of pink pumpkins lately. So all I'm going to do is I'm just going to paint the full pumpkin, and I probably am going to need to do 2 full coats, and so let it dry. This should dry fairly quickly, and then we'll come back and I'll show you the next thing. So I'm pretty sure we're going to need 2 coats of this paint, but this is just acrylic paint that I had on hand, and I'll be back when it's fully painted. Okay, you're probably thinking, Julie, that is a hot mess in front of you right now. Yes, it is, but we are going to make our own garland with this hot mess, and we have a little bit of things that I've had in the past, like these leaves I got a few years ago, and literally I just have a few left, and I'm like, I really think they're pretty. How can we use them? And then I have some of these Dollar Tree leaves that have like a piece of wire on the back. You can buy, I think it's a package of 4 or 5, I'm not sure. Help me out in the comments below if you know. And then I have some twine or jute, whatever you want to call it, about, I think I cut 9 feet. I don't think I'm going to use all of that. I also have these itty bitty clothespins that I had bought from Dollar Tree a long time ago, so I'm going to use some of those. And then here's my biggest tip, okay? So we're going to use some of these beads. Now, these wooden beads are very popular right now with decorating, and one of the things that I learned, you know, you can buy like a package of just the wooden beads, and they're like $3 to $5 for maybe that many beads, or you can go to Hobby Lobby and go to the Fall Garland, and this is 72 inches, so what is that, 6 foot? 6 foot of these beads for $8.99, and right now it's like 40% or 50% off. So this is such a good deal to buy it in a garland, and then you can just take it apart and use it the way you want. So what we're going to do is we're going to start with our jute roping. You could even use the Dollar Tree rope, but just know that it wouldn't be small enough to go through any beads. But if you're not using beads, just use the Dollar Tree rope. It'll be just fine. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut one end of these. I'm not sure how long we're going to make these, simply because they are going to be using, I only have so many of these, so once I use them all, that's how long it's going to be. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to run these beads through this jute. Okay, so to make sure that our jute here can get through these little holes, I'm going to take a piece of my tape here, and I'm going to try to roll this very tightly so that it makes it, just because that's all frayed. We need a nice smooth surface to go through those beads, and I'm not going to use a needle. If you have an idea of how to do this easier, just let me know in the comments. I always like to hear your suggestions. So I think that's good enough. So I'm just going to go like that. All right, so let's see if that works. So you're going to just take the beads. Yep, perfect, it works. So I'm going to take, let's do 5 beads maybe. Let's see what it looks like. What I'll do is I'm going to take and I'm going to make a loop at the other end of my strand here. I'm going to actually do a double knot so those beads can't fall off. So I'm just going to run. Let's say 7, let's do 5 beads right now, and then I'll show you what we're going to do for our first leaf combination. Let's see if that looks good. You know what? Let's do more than that. Let's do 8 on the ends, because we don't have to do so many. But just be creative, okay? That's what I want you to do. I want you to be very creative. So you're just gonna thread them through, go all the way to the end, okay? And then what I want you to do is I want you to take your jute and I want you to make another little knot, because those are gonna be, that's how many we're gonna have, okay? So we're gonna take that, and I'm gonna take, let's see, which one? We're gonna do this one first. So I'm gonna take this greenish leaf and this gold leaf, and I'm going to just put a dab of glue behind the gold leaf there. All right, and then I'm going to take a little safety pin. I'm going to add it as a little accent. Now, my intention was to use much bigger safety pins, but I can't find what I did with it. But I just think that looks kind of cute. So what we're going to do is we're going to we're not going to crowd the beads, okay? So I'm going to kind of let it have enough room. I'm going to take that wire and I'm just going to wrap it around the jute, okay? Do it a couple of times and that should be good. If I had a bigger clip, I would just clip it on both. But I don't. I can't find the ones I bought. And you know, I'll find them after this video is uploaded. That's the way it always does. All right, so there's one. Okay, so I like how that looks. So I'm going to go over here and I'm going to make another knot. Let's get this out of the way. Make another knot. It's going to be about right. Yeah, it doesn't have to be just right. Okay, so now we're going to do, let's see here, let's do 5 beads this time. So you're going to take your beads, and if you like a lot of beads and you want this longer, go for it. And we're just going to keep repeating this step. So 5 beads. And you can just do as many beads as you want, or you don't even have to do the beads. You could just say, I'm going to use the Dollar Tree rope and just use the leaves and call it a day. But like I said, I only had a few of these and I think these are so pretty. So I wanted to use them. So what we're going to do here is we're going to make another knot. so that those beads don't go anywhere, and that keeps everything looking, you know, nice and consistent here. All right, so now we're gonna take one of our lighter colors of our burlap leaf. I'm gonna take one of these like rustic colors, this rust color. Do you remember when we were kids? Okay, I'm calling my age here, but in the 80s, the color rust was really popular. Okay, so you're just gonna put that there, and then you're just gonna take one of your clips. These are kind of hard to work with, but if you can find the bigger ones, they did have bigger ones at Hobby Lobby for a pack of like for $2.99. But this color was very popular. Try to get this in the shot. So you're just gonna look at it again, and you're gonna do the same thing. There's nothing that's gonna change here. Now you could add flowers, you could do whatever you wanted, but I think this is gonna be really cute. So I'm gonna cut that off. We're gonna make another, you know, loop, a little knot for our beads. I'm gonna add 5 more beads, and I'm gonna keep doing the same thing I just showed you over and over until we get to the end. So I will be back when I'm all finished. Okay, as you can see, I finished it. I think it looks super duper cute. I really am happy with the way it turned out. The only thing I would have done differently, or 2 things really, is I would have made it longer, because I ended up needing to add a little bit of, let me see here, where did I add it? Oh, I think I added it here. I had to add some extra rope because I didn't have enough, so I just tied a knot and glued it and kind of secured it that way. So the other thing I would have done differently was when I started this, I would have made a loop so that you can kind of hang your garland where you want. So that's what I'm going to do on this end, and somehow I'll try to make a loop with something on this end. But when you start, make a loop first, okay? So you're just going to wrap it around, make a loop, make it big enough so that you can basically take your loop and then just go around your fingers and then go underneath, okay? And then you've got a little loop here. All right, so then that way you've got something. So I just added 8 beads on the end here, like I did on the other side, so that those would match. I just put 5 beads in between all my different leaves. This is how much I had left, so you will have some left if you do what I did. Let's see, we have a total of 9 leaves all in here. I think it's really cute. It gave me a chance to use up some really pretty leaves that I really didn't have another project for, and I got to use these Dollar Tree leaves as well. I have in years past have found these at Walmart too, and you can even make your own. You know, take a leaf that you like, glue a wire on the back of it, and that'll give you some dimension. And when you're making your, if you're like putting it on a mantle, you could even bend the leaf down. So since we made this while our pumpkin was drying, let's get back to the pumpkin and finish up that project for this video. Okay, so now we're gonna get back to our pumpkin because we let it dry. We did do 2 coats. I might do a 3rd coat. I can still see a little bit of the orange, but I want to get the video done for you, so we're gonna just keep going because I want to get this done and up on YouTube. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my little doily here, and I'm just going to look at it. We're not going to go, this is not big enough to go all the way around, so you're not going to cover the bottom. You're just simply going to find the best center where we can get the best coverage. So that looks about right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take one side here, and I'm going to pull down, and on the bottom here I'm going to take one of my little pins, and I'm going to just put it down there. Now I like these little T-pens because they have a little bit of a a bar that'll help hold stuff down. But what we're going to do is we're going to put glue on this too. So I'm going to go on the opposite side, and I'm going to find like this longest point, and I'm going to pull it as far as I can so that it's at the bottom. Okay, so that's kind of the point. So let's go over here, and we're going to do the same thing. I think I'm going to do both 2 pieces here. And the whole key is that you want to pull it as far as you can and hide those pens. All right, go to the opposite side and pull it, and it'll give a little bit. We want it to give a little bit, okay? Cut that. And now we're gonna go over here and do one. Go over to this side. I'm gonna pull this up a little bit. And you're gonna just keep doing this until you get all the sides in, okay? So I'm gonna put a little bit of glue on this side here. I'm gonna use my scissors to hold it down. Somebody said they got a spatula from the Dollar Tree. I really need to go get one of those. There we go. And then you're just gonna go and do the same thing. You're gonna keep doing this and then add a little bit of glue to the spots where you can't get it. Now we've put our doily over our pumpkin. I think it looks really cute. And I just used a lot of glue where I couldn't get the pens. And if you want to just use glue, you could use glue too. But I wanted to save my fingers and some time. So I don't know if you watched my Dollar Tree haul. I went to Dollar Tree and I kind of showed you what my Dollar Tree had. They had these little wood stems, which are so stinking cute. And I thought, you know what? This would be the perfect thing for my little pumpkin stem. So what I probably should have done first is you should cut a little area out here, okay? So we're just gonna cut right around the area we want to put that stem in. And the stem pretty much needs to kind of go where it was originally. Those aren't helping me much here. Okay. So what I want to do is I just want to cut a little bit. And what I want to do is see, can I get that in there? Nope. I'm going to cut a little bit more. Okay, and then I'm going to take my knife here and I'm going to cut out some of this foam. I don't want to cut out too much, but we do want the stem to have a place to go down in. So you're just going to put, let's see if this works. Here, yeah, I think I can make that work because I'm going to just stick that down. I'm going to put a little bit of glue on my stem. And I'm going to carefully just put that down in the middle. And that is so easy. That's it. Is that not adorable? I think these are really cute, very inexpensive to make. If you had a little leaf or something you wanted to add to it, that would be cute. I'm gonna leave mine just as it is. I did want to show you, I kind of almost finished one here. I was working on one. If you wanted to leave the purple or the, purple, why did I say purple? If you wanted just to leave the orange on and finish it off, that's what it would look like. I think that's really pretty too if you like the orange look. But I think this is such a cute and pretty Victorian pumpkin. And I'm just really happy with the way it turned out because it's so easy. It doesn't take a lot of time. It doesn't take a lot of effort. Anybody can make this. So let's talk about what we did today. So it didn't take much to come up with some really cute fall decor ideas. I will put this up and take a picture of it, but I'm really happy with it. Again, I used leftover leaves I had from a project from years ago. I had some twine on hand. I picked up, remember, get those Dollar Tree, not Dollar Tree, but Hobby Lobby garlands that have a ton of beads. Grab them now and then you can use them all year long. But I hope you really enjoyed this video, kind of a Dollar Tree, Hobby Lobby type of inspired crafts. And if you've made it this far, leave me some type of leaf or pumpkin emoji in the comments. Let me know what else you'd like to see on my channel. I enjoyed making this. I'm excited because I'm going to keep it for my house. And thank you so much for watching, and follow me on all the socials. Come say hi on Facebook and Instagram. Hit that notification bell here on YouTube and click to subscribe. And we will see you next time in Julie's Wreath Boutique.